Give me the link.
17 seconds in.
Oh.
We're live now, Darren.
Already?
Yeah.
Hey, and you need to now send me the. I ain't got the YouTube link. Oh well, not bother with
It's on my channel. You subscribe, haven't you?
Yeah, but I don't know how to find it. Good, another good start, isn't it? I think I'll subscribe.
You think?
I think you subscribe. I think you subscribe for me.
You're
No, I
number
don't.
94 or something.
I'm sure I do. Oh, here we go. Oh look, here it is. Oops, Sky's in and. What a terrible start.
Right, feedback going on.
Yeah, yes. And I still don't know how to find that. Oh, fuck it. Sky!
183 episodes.
And we still don't know what we're doing.
Feedback.
Hello, everyone.
New microphone.
New microphone. Yeah,
Another
picture
one.
of a dog. I'm going to tweet out that we're live.
So,
That's the
Darren,
dog stops. Yes, Christopher.
let's talk about our challenge, our beefcake challenge.
Yes.
So, let's give our listeners, viewers, a rundown of the concept of this was.
Yeah.
So, as you know, as a trainer, everyone wants to do one thing, which is kind of impossible, right? Which is they want to put on muscle and lose fat.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm not saying impossible. Probably if you saying like kettlebells is the best way of doing it. But
Your friend wouldn't agree, but yeah.
backtrack a little bit on that one.
Yeah.
But it's difficult because if you want to gain muscle, you think your body needs fuel to build those muscles. Right?
Yes.
So you generally need a calorific surplus, so more calories than you're burning through the day. And if you want to lose fat, you have the opposite in terms of calories.
Yeah.
So a bodybuilder, when they're trying to gain muscle, if they're not gaining, if they go on the scales and they've lost weight,
Yeah.
their body fat's gone down, or they're just not gaining enough muscle and they've plateaued.
Yes.
One of the first things they do is up calories.
Yep.
Right, to build muscle. So bodybuilders do the way you do both is by having a bulking. This is very bodybuildery, right? But you have a bulking season where you spend 6 months or whatever.
I used to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Used to be.
Used to
forgot
be
about that.
Ah, you see, I used to be even more stacked than I am now. Although
You might make my life difficult.
yeah, although your thing won't show it, but anyway, yeah.
But so you have a bulking season where you have those extra calories. So you gain loads of muscle, but you don't. You gain fat as well because you're obviously having a lot of excess calories.
Yes.
And then you have a cutting season, usually before the summer, right?
Yeah.
Where you still lift weights because you try to keep as much muscle as you can, but you try and cut the fat. Inevitably, you always lose a little bit of muscle as well.
Yeah.
And that's why powerlifters are big fat blokes generally, right? Unless
Yes.
there's exceptions to this, and they're usually chemically induced.
Well, that's my idea. I could win it. Do you know where I can get some
TRT.
steroids?
I'm definitely going to the gym for it. So we've come up with this challenge over the winter of the Beefcake Challenge, which is essentially a bulking cycle challenge.
Yes.
Which is, we've used these bioimpedance scales that give you a readout of your body fat muscle percentage, and they're not the most accurate, but
That's what we need to get out of the way, isn't it?
if they're shit twice,
Yes.
if they're wrong twice but the same wrong, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter because you get the same improvement, and that's what we're looking at.
Exactly. We're comparing apples with apples still, so it kind of doesn't matter.
It's a bit like, it's a bad analogy. I used to do a lot of shooting,
Right.
rifles and stuff.
Right.
And so if the rifle sight isn't perfectly set, even though you're aiming perfectly,
Yeah.
the bullet will miss the center. Right?
Yeah.
So what they judge it on is grouping.
Yes.
You aim for the same spot, and it might mean that you hit the bottom left.
Yeah.
But every bullet hits the same spot, which means you're aiming consistently.
Yes.
So even though it's inaccurate, it's consistently inaccurate.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So we did the weigh in. Me and Ben yesterday, and you today.
Yeah.
So let's go through Ben's results publicly, just to shame. So Ben is 4'3". He's not big, is he? Jesus. Right. So Ben was 88.
Did it say what he is? Do you know how tall he is?
Oh, we put it in. I can't remember what we put.
Oh, right. Okay.
Just measure him again next time. But
Yeah.
he was 22% fat, 22.8% fat.
Yep. Well, I would say, I've hammered him for that.
37.3
Unfortunately.
muscle. All right.
Yep.
So, what's my...
Here we go.
Oh, I got my phone in front of me. Are you doing the maths?
No.
No.
I can do. So, what do you want me to do?
22.8% of 88.4 kilos.
Right. Here we go. This is an awesome podcast. 88.4 times 22.8% equals 20.15.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
So he's got, that's fat, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's what he's got there.
20 point what?
20.15.
20.15. That's he's got 20 kilos of fat.
Yes.
Benjamin.
But he's got 32.9, well, call it 33 of muscle.
33 on the dot.
33 kilos weight, 32.97 if you want to be. Yeah.
We're rounding up to make our lives easier.
Yeah.
I said 33.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So 33 of fat, of muscle, sorry. Yeah. That's Ben.
So he's trying to increase that muscle number.
Yes. So if any listeners, as this is a podcast and we're not just doing this for me and you, if any listeners want to join in, DM me your details.
And your numbers.
i.e. your weight, your body fat, and your muscle mass. Doesn't, as we've said earlier.
I think Boots, the chemist, has those machines.
They do. Yeah,
go there and do it.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if it's wildly inaccurate as long as you're using the same thing for start and finish.
And if you beat all three of us, we'll send you a T-shirt. I think. If what the best one.
Yeah.
Not 100 T-shirts.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Right. So you, Christopher, what are you?
So I am.
So I should get out of the way. I hammered Ben for being a fat bastard at 22.8% body fat, right? So Chris is.
I'm 100.9 kilos.
You're back to 100k.
I competed at the ADCC tournament I did. You had to be 99, so obviously I cut a little bit. So I was trying to walk around about 100.
Wow.
So I did it on purpose.
Okay. And what's your fat percentage?
6. So 14.5.
14.5, which I think is about accurate, personally. So obviously that's an easy one to work out. Your 14.6% body fat.
14.6 kilos of fat.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot still, doesn't it?
Well, I guess, but
when it's kilos, that's like a plate, isn't it?
But yeah. But I guess that's like, see, I would say you look accurate because you've kind of got a little glimpse of abs, haven't you?
I got the top ones.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which is basically 15%.
Oh, okay. And then 40.8 muscle. So there's about 40.8 kilos.
Exactly the same. Yeah. 40 point. Yeah.
I put 0.9. Right.
Oh no, it's not. It's 41.16.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. It makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, because it's going to increase by roughly 3 times the earlier. If that makes sense.
What?
So on 14, you've gone up by 0.1.
Yeah.
40 is roughly 3 times that, so you're going to go up by roughly 0.3, if that makes sense. So 41.16. I know you're trying to cheat it in your favour.
No, I fixed it. Look.
41.16. Now the interesting one.
Mr. Headley.
The big man.
Well.
And yeah, we've got a picture of my pants weighing in as well. I better not call myself that.
So body weight.
Yeah, body weight. What am I?
75.
75.7. Here we go. Now we all know I'm lean as shit.
So you're not, are you?
Well, I am. This is wrong. This is an incorrect reading. 21.8% body fat allegedly.
Maybe it's that fat dick.
Could be actually. Yeah. Equals 16.5 exactly.
It's a lot less than that.
Yeah. Kilos of body fat.
Yeah.
Right. So this is where it starts to go astray. So
37% muscle. What's the other bit of you?
Yeah. 37 exactly. Yeah.
It's all organs.
Times 37% muscle. It must be. Probably his gift was here. She wasn't agreeing. So I've got 28.00% muscle.
8 on the dot. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this is where I'm going to rip this apart, right?
Oh, here we go. Don't make excuses already.
But this is a negative excuse because this is saying why I'm going to win it easily.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I screwed myself over getting a really low fat percentage, which is probably a bit too low.
It also doesn't help. It's just not correct because Ben is about an inch or two smaller than me. But even if it's, let's say Ben's the same size as me, right?
Yeah.
So if Ben's the same size as me, exactly the same height as me, right? And he's 88 kilos and I'm 75 kilos. He's 20% heavier than me, yeah?
Yeah.
Almost exactly, off the top of my head, right?
And he's got the same amount of muscle.
And he has the same amount of muscle as me. And he has the same amount of body fat as me. So how does that work out?
I don't know. Some bones.
It makes no sense, does it?
This
It's
is
the
why
same height.
Ben is the dark horse in this race.
It's wildly skewed in anyone could win, in other words.
Well, I think I've screwed myself over in a couple of ways. I've started lifting like a month ago, and according to the machine in Abingdon, which is more accurate, I've put on a few pounds of muscle, which obviously I haven't done in this challenge. So I've and that like very, very beginner, like you look at a weight and put on a couple of pounds of muscle.
Yeah.
I've missed that.
Can I tweet the picture of your legs though the other day? Your legs have not seen a weight, have they?
I hate legs. I know that it's Christmas. I won't be at the gym for a few days. So Friday, I'm going to smash legs, and I know I'm going to get that. Can't walk for 5 days. Figure.
That was brilliant, though.
I did squats, right? So I used to train with Owen at the CrossFit gym and do squats, and I got to the point where not that I was good at squats.
Yeah.
But I could do a set of squats and be a little bit sore the next day, not too bad.
Yeah.
I did 60 kilos, right? So nothing.
Yeah.
For like,
I know, you said it on there.
10 sets of 5 or something. Like 5 days. I still was like, every time I got out of the car, I was like, no. But I'm going to smash it Friday on the legs.
So you...
but you have to do legs because they're like the biggest muscles, aren't they?
Yeah.
So to win this challenge, you've got to smash legs.
Yeah.
If this was the shirtless challenge, it'd be different, you know. You skip leg day. But
we should do one. We should definitely do a shirtless challenge as well as part of it.
If we get fat and
we've
stacked on loads of muscle, then the next challenge would be who can strip the most, get the lowest
ready
body.
for summer.
Yeah,
ready for summer. Yeah. So you were quite funny. I don't like giving you props, but you sent a picture of me saying already winning with a picture of you in the gym at 8:10 on Tuesday night. To which I replied, "You were in your shorts." Which you have a go at Luke for being like spaghetti. This is like spaghetti legs. I put, have you ever heard of leg day? And I have. I have, but it's not for me. I like that. That was
At least
good.
I'm honest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was good. So yeah,
what's your
absolutely?
Well, so I talked to a former guest of this podcast. You're not a huge fan of. Became a giant. Yeah. And I've been getting some advice from him. And Ben, who's been like, I'm just doing it for fun. I was talking to a friend of his yesterday. I was like, oh, no. He's been emailing trainers. Like, he's been, like, getting advice. He's got some trainer coming to his house, blah, blah, blah. I was like, little fucker set us up.
Unbelievable. I honestly think I'm favourite to win. Honestly do. Even though...
I think Ben's favourite.
So I have all the reasons that I shouldn't be because I'm 48 years old. So basically... How old's Ben?
He's 42.
There you go. You see, and you're allegedly what, 31, 32? What are you, 32?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. So if you're 32, Ben's 42, and I'm 48. Purely on numbers and what you would imagine testosterone, I'm already an outsider, aren't I?
But you used to be 100k, right?
No, not 100.
Oh.
No.
You were big.
Oh yeah, I've never been above about 85, 83, 85, something like that. So not much heavier than I am now.
But you know, they go like people that used to have a lot of muscle, their body like remembers how to do it.
Yeah.
So in theory,
I'm only using kettlebells.
See, that's also quite a nice proof of concept. Because if you win this, you can. It's a nice little fuck you.
It's a fuck you anyway. We know you don't know what he's talking about.
I'm taking all his advice, David. I'm with you. But
yeah, of course you are.
Yeah, but Ben is the outsider because he's never done any weightlifting,
right?
And he's like, I know the numbers don't say it massively. Well, it's actually quite a lot of muscle for his size, but I think he's one of those people that is going to look at a bar and like I was stunned when he did some CrossFit workouts and stuff, and he lifted like 10 times more than me. He's way stronger. Well, it's obviously like the mechanics of short leaves and whatever.
Yeah,
but I'm interested to. He might look at a weight and just balloon.
Yeah.
You might grow because you're previous experience. But now you're old, so it might
Exactly, it's going to be hard. And also,
I'm
not
built like Luke Barnett, so I'm screwed.
Also, I'm not particularly going to change my training regime.
You just do heavier kettlebells in the class?
Yeah. I've been cruising for on 16s throughout December anyway. Also, I'm not starting until the 2nd of January. So you guys have started. You sent me a thing already winning.
Yeah.
So I'm not starting on purpose till the 2nd of... That's the funny thing, right? Put your arm out there.
What?
Right, go on, put your arm out there for your...
the right angle.
For your percentage muscle mass, right? So you are 40% muscle mass with that, right? Right, there is a bit of muscle there right now. Come on.
Oh, here we go.
You're 40%.
Yeah, but look how small your arms are.
See that? Even there, look at that.
It is actually that is quite good.
Unbelievable.
I wanted to squeeze your bicep down.
And I'm 37% muscle mass. We should take a picture of that actually and share it anyway. Yeah, anyway.
See, I thought before and after pictures could be interesting, but
yeah.
Probably not going to look much better if we're gaining.
But I want to do it anyway, so I want to add into this. Not that it's part of the challenge, just for us, before and after topless pictures.
Right.
Just to see.
I'll do one there.
Just to see what happens when you put on a kilo of muscle. See how much different you look.
I've put on a little bit of muscle since I started lifting.
Have you?
Yeah, a little bit. I can feel it.
So all I'm going to do is heavier. What's it? Heavier kettlebells. And also, don't forget, like my kettlebell extreme class. You'll like this. My kettlebell extreme class is Saturday.
Powerlifting.
No, it's 364 burpees.
What is wrong with you?
I'm absolutely knackered.
So shit.
I am out on my feet knackered. I can't remember being this tired.
Are you going to join in?
Yeah, of course I am. I'm joining every Saturday. And I'm doing the second class afterwards.
See, that's the only reason you get away with that. They're like, if you just stood there watching, walk around, go, come on.
Yeah.
You have to, like, because you join in, they're like, oh, twat's doing it.
Exactly. It's not just 364 burpees. I should explain. It's the 12 days of Christmas, but burpee style. So you do like a normal burpee for day one. You do one of them. And then you do a normal burpee. Then day two, you'll do like 2 chest to floor burpees or whatever.
I will say, bodybuilding workouts are the opposite of that. And they suit me quite well.
Yeah. 3 reps. Go on.
Kind of 8 to 12 reps. 3 minutes of Instagram. 8 to 12 reps.
So is your boy David agreeing with 8 to 12 reps to build muscle?
And it's like constantly varied. So like sometimes you do more, sometimes you do less.
Oh, back in the day, I used to do
keep the body guessing.
Literally, I would do. That is a cat scratching something. Back in the day, I would do literally. If it was bench press day, I would probably do 15 reps in total, and that would include about 6 with the bar to warm up.
Yeah, I'm just not built for lifting heavy weights, but I'm built for punching stuff. Like I can make leverage and power.
Yeah,
I'm built for grappling.
Yeah,
I can use my size. But like when it's squats, it's like there's no way you can lever your advantage of being tall. There's no way around it. It's just better to be short. And like bench pressing as well, long arms are just a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Like I see people in the gym. I'm like, how am I not stronger than you? It looks so weak.
Yeah.
Just loads more weight on the bar.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it?
Gyms are weird environments as well.
Yeah.
So obviously, my main experience is martial arts gyms.
Yeah.
Where you have like the alpha male thing, but it's hard to know who is the alpha male. You get someone like Arnold Allen, they don't look like the fucking alpha male, but do they? Or like, talking about, did you watch the thing on Nathaniel Wood? The UFC did this whole
I haven't seen it yet. I will watch it because Nathaniel and Brad tweeted it. He's on like about 11 minutes or something, isn't he? Yeah,
it's good. What star?
I'll watch it.
Yeah, he's obviously they see big things. He's so exciting, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's like little Brad Pickett 2.0.
Yeah.
Anyway, so fight gyms, you don't know. There's Nathaniel Wood or something like that. It's just so nice. Gyms, it's all kind of based on who's the biggest.
Yeah.
And then there's this like, usually I go late at night where it's empty and it doesn't matter. But occasionally I go at like the peak times and I've got random hour free. And it's very like alpha male, muscling people out the way a little bit. Like, but how long are you going to be, mate?
Right, yeah.
It's like, buddy, do you mind letting me know when you're almost done? I can jump on.
Surely you turn around and say, do you know I could choke you out in 4 seconds? Fuck off. Surely, I'm a black belt.
I'm a
don't you know?
retard because I turn around, I'm like, oh, he's a big guy. And then I'm like, oh, a bit intimidated. I have to remind myself. I'm like, oh, I had to fuck this guy up.
For once, your egos let you down. I can't
You
believe
know,
it.
like in a jiu-jitsu gym, sometimes people
Yeah.
they're the top belt, so they get a bit of an ego. Not too bad, but this definitely.
I know, yeah.
And then in gyms, I think some people are like, all right, I work in a factory, I have a shit job.
Yeah.
My wife's a bitch, but in this room, I lift the heaviest weights.
Yeah.
Rah, they walk around like the king. It's just fuck off. It's just weights. Go away.
Yeah.
It's just annoying. And then because of the whole like bodybuilder, you sit around for minutes between sets.
Yeah.
Everyone sits around staring at each other.
See, this is so funny. This is literally
Fucking
taking me back to 1988.
Oh, it's just crap. I hate it.
What were you doing in 1988?
I was 2 years old.
2 years old. So you were just tottering
I was
around.
taller than you. But
Yeah. I trained a 14-year-old yesterday. He was 4 inches taller than me. He's 14. So yeah, 1988, I was doing what you're doing now.
it's just the same shit, isn't it?
2 years. You were 2 years old, and I was benching 100 kilos.
I will say the gym in
What's your bench, bro?
Like
What did you
60.
bench? Is it?
Fuck off.
Really?
What did I do? No. So I'm going to be honest on this podcast because I am not strong, and I'm getting stronger, right?
Mm.
So you roll with me. People roll with me, and they're like, "Fuck, you're strong." No, I'm just functionally strong.
Yeah.
The first time I did bench press, 60 kilos,
Really?
3 sets, 4, 4, and 3. Right?
Wow.
So
That's terrible.
I
know you
know.
shouldn't say it, but that
Right.
is terrible.
2 weeks ago, 60 kilos,
Yeah.
5 sets, 10, 10, 10, 8, 8. That's better.
No, I'm just thinking about a way to build muscle. Awesome. Yeah, carry on.
No, yesterday I upped the weight.
All right.
So I did 70 kilos.
Yeah.
Big jump.
Yeah.
I did 5, 6. Don't know how I've managed more on the second set.
Right.
4, 6, 6. That's pretty good.
So you go max. You're maxing out there. You're trying to max.
No, 5 reps is not max, is it?
No, I was going to say, you said you don't know how you did more second set. So that's why you did more second set, because you didn't try to max out.
No, I think, yeah. And also, like, I didn't have a spot or anything, so I was getting a bit more comfortable in the
Right.
bar.
Yeah.
But, like, I've gone from not really being able to do 60 to getting
16%.
pretty good
increase.
sets of 70.
Yeah.
I want to get to 100. That sounds like a real number.
I hope so.
I know. It's so shit.
You want to be able to bench your body weight, in other words.
Fucking hell. I was getting fatter or weaker. That's what this challenge gives. I know that shit, people on the internet. I know. I'm not weak. I'm just not strong.
But are you a black belt?
Yeah. And doesn't matter how
Let's
strong
put
I
that
am,
in there.
I'll kick you in the face.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's just get the equilibrium back on, shall we? But you did win a title and you are a black belt, so let's.
And you can't take that away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And I didn't bench press my way to it.
that would be quite a good challenge for you as well. Bench press your body weight.
Yeah, I haven't put body weight, but it'll kind of come anyway. But one of my New Year's resolutions was to aim for a 100k bench. Because
Yeah.
I quite like doing it as well. I know
Right.
it's a bro move, but
That's the other thing as well. I have no access to a gym in this. I'll only be using my garage and my classes. And I haven't got a squat rack in my garage, so I can't squat. So I can't do anything with legs that don't include kettlebells. I can do front squats, but I can only front or back squat what I can lift over my head, if that makes sense.
So apparently my
literally-
max bench is 82 at the moment,
All right, okay.
which is shit, isn't it?
Not too bad. Not too bad, considering it's not your bag.
Yeah, I mean, I've only been at it a little while.
But I can only back squat 55k
Because you're only
using a bar. Sorry?
Because you only got 55k a week.
No. I've got like 100. But you
got to be able to lift
back
over your
squat
head.
it, you have to be able to lift it over your head to put it back down. And I can just about do a shoulder press with 55k.
I've got little squat rack things. You can have them if you want. They're not like a full rack. It's like the 2 posts.
Yeah. What, portable?
Yeah. You get
Okay.
like, because they're free.
Yeah.
Just leave them in your garden.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Rust away. I'll bring them over.
Okay, cheers.
I
Yeah.
don't even have a bar. I don't know why I've got them.
Right, okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, that'd be good, thanks. I
Oh,
was
fuck, I'm
looking-
helping you. No, fuck you.
Yeah.
You can have one.
Yeah. Balance in the middle. I was looking at getting fold away squat racks, and
Against the wall.
yeah,
Still leaves a lot of space for this.
yeah, and
You have on the outside. That'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, the trouble is, I do need to remember it's a garage. It's a garden. The same runs into this pole that's sticking out the side of the thing, so I want to squat on it.
It's fold away.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah. But yeah, that'll be interesting.
So the term, me and Ben,
Yeah.
we haven't finalised the terms.
Yeah.
Because I talked to you about it.
Yeah.
But we said $1,000.
Fair enough.
Oh shit, you're richer than us.
No.
We said 100 quid, so the
I'm
winner
just
gets
a gambler.
the winner gets 200.
Yeah. Okay.
What was easy?
Yeah. All
Oh, 200.
right.
Put it on the notes there. 100.
Yeah.
Boom.
There you go.
You love an exclamation point.
I do. You love a space exclamation point, but yeah.
200 quid prize as well.
I know exactly. Yeah.
It's going to spend about 800 quid on protein powder, but
Ben's just sent a random picture of himself with kids in the background for whatever reason.
I think that's the stress. And when you're stressed, you can't actually gain muscle.
No, he's doing some kind of class. Oh, is it stress?
Yeah.
Don't be stressed. Huh.
No, but I think it's stressful teaching children. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I see. Right.
That's why he wasn't here today. He was going to come and join in, but he
Oh, yeah.
he's got some people that work for him, and one of them was sick,
Oh, I see.
quite sick, I think, like tonsillitis or something. So
See, been there.
he had to work. Otherwise, he's going to come on the podcast. And we were saying the 100 quid each, so 200 quid for the winner,
Mhm.
and then the loser.
Mhm.
We'll do a final podcast recapping the result.
Mhm.
We'll have a takeaway and a beer on it.
Yeah.
The loser's got to pay for dinner as well.
Okay. Yep.
Can you afford dinner? Whoa, confidence.
See, yeah. I'd say, yeah. I sound like I'm making too many excuses, but I've got every disadvantage here that going, but I'll still win.
But like the ectomorph,
Yeah.
and I'm not a full ectomorph. I'm not Luke Barnett skinny.
Yeah.
But ectomorph is like always harder to gain muscle. That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Easier to lose weight. So this was the low body fat percentage challenge, and plus,
I'll win that as well in the summer.
no, well, maybe. But plus, I've done that before.
Yeah.
I've cut weight many times
Yeah.
in competitions and stuff. So I'm like, I know how to do that.
But that's not cutting body fat, is it?
No. But I mean, like, I've lost weight over
Yeah,
a fight
yeah.
camp to
Yeah.
get to. No, I used to fight 84 kilos
Yeah.
regularly.
Yeah.
So I know how to lose weight, but this is a very different challenge.
It'd be interesting.
And Ben said no steroids, but I think that's bullshit. If I'm losing, straight on flight to Poland. It's like, why is Chris on the Instagram picture where he's on a flight to Poland? Who goes to Poland? I don't care about Poland. I like the pharmacies.
Talking of which, my boy Luke, look at him. UFC Performance Institute.
I tried to avoid looking at him, but yeah.
Look at that. He's a good-looking man with that beard, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's a big beard.
Have a giraffe cross the mouse. It's
He's
like-
trying not to. Yeah. So yeah, he's at the UFC Performance Institute.
He doesn't fight for him anymore.
I know.
He's ex-fighter, they let him.
Must do. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is.
It's pretty cool. I guess they're always they reevaluate them, don't they? So they go away and have a load of wins. They quite often welcome back.
Yeah.
But if you lose 2 out of your first 3 on the normal contract,
Yeah.
they send you away, and if you win another 3 outside, you can come
Right.
back in and fight again. That's the general contract, I think.
Which is interesting because Craig's just been there. Craig obviously lost his last 2, or his first 2 for UFC. He's just been over to the PI, and he has Instagrammed this morning, possibly fight news coming soon. Now I'm imagining that
But I
that's
think
gonna
he
be
did,
UFC
like,
London.
Latest notice, Diego Sanchez.
Yeah,
You're not counting that as one of his losses.
but he went super late notice with 10 days notice for whatever Neil Magny, didn't he?
Yeah. And he's had quite a lot of exposure now, so people know a little bit of who he is.
Yeah,
So he's
yeah.
not quite the undercard, right? Random.
Yeah. And also I think they actually like people fighting exciting, don't they? And Diego Sanchez nullified that fight, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did make it a bit,
Yeah. I think often with those fights, they're like, look, this is probably an unfair matchup. It's a bit late notice.
Mm.
If you do, we're going to pay you well. And if you do lose, don't worry about it too much.
Yeah, they would have said it certainly on the Neil Magny fight. I thought it wasn't as late notice with Sanchez, but I think it's like people before. I think Sharp said that when he went out and wrestled someone, can't remember the geezer who was on steroids,
Yeah.
and Sharp went and wrestled him on purpose, and he was saying that the UFC basically hammered him for saying, "Why didn't you stand and trade with him? We want exciting fights."
You got to win, right?
Yeah, but I reckon that was in Craig's favour, the fact that Sanchez came out, literally took him down, sat on him for 3
Didn't get to
rounds.
see much.
Yeah. Good job someone got a seat during that fight.
What?
you remember Craig's Corner? Forgot the seat.
Oh,
You were having to go. You were having to go for him only having one corner.
never has I have been more right in my life.
I know.
Yeah.
And then you forgot it. But anyway,
Well, I didn't want to shit on it.
no, yeah, that's fair enough.
Nothing worse than someone saying I told you so.
No, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. So you know I'm going to win this challenge, right?
Suck my dick. That's the prize if I win.
Yeah. Do you know my secret weapon to win this challenge?
Yours?
Yeah.
Steroids? Trenbolone.
No,
Called?
but how to boost testosterone, even at my age?
Sperm.
No.
I'll help you.
A good night's sleep.
No, this is leading. I've ruined it already.
You have.
No, but
Yes.
obviously, this challenge, and I'm a competitive person.
Yes.
So I've been doing a lot of research,
Mm.
watching a lot of bro science on YouTube.
Yes.
It's probably not the way to go.
No, and this is your mate David.
Well, he's giant, so he's got to have some information, right? So everyone's like, there's a couple of things, and this is why it counts against me, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is an issue.
Yeah.
They're like, you grow when you sleep.
Yeah.
Right? So they're like, professional bodybuilders, they sleep 10 hours at night.
Yeah.
They lift and eat, and then they snap in the day. They're like, professional bodybuilders sleep 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
Literally 12 hours a day as grown-ass adults. I do half of that, right?
Yeah.
And I think I've got 4 young children.
Yeah.
And they sometimes wake up in the night or very early in the morning, and I'm not the best at going to bed, being disciplined about that.
Yeah.
And I think this counts against me. So I was like, I'm going to lose this challenge.
Yeah.
So I was like, how can I balance this out?
Yeah.
Right? How can I up my rest so I can grow and smash you in bed? And
Yeah.
I was like, the simple solution is to upgrade my mattress to the kind of mattress that you just touch your body to and instantly fall asleep. And you put on a pound of muscle a night, guaranteed. Maybe. And that is a Lisa mattress.
Yes.
So I've brought a Lisa mattress just for this challenge.
Yeah.
And I can feel the difference. I wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
And I feel rested.
Yeah.
I look in the mirror and I've grown.
Wow.
Yeah.
You think that's good? You think, oh, I've got this stuff.
Well, I would happily pay 10 grand for those kind of results, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would. We can give you £120 now. £120 off a Lisa mattress. But I'm gonna beat this anyway in a minute. £120 off a Lisa mattress. Go to Lisa leesa.co.uk/giraffe. Right now, they have 1,014 reviews.
Whoa.
4.5 star out of 5 on 1,014 reviews. That's not like 15 reviews. But this is where I'm going to top you. You've got a Lisa mattress.
Mm-hmm.
You don't follow the interwebbery too much. You don't know what goes on.
Don't tell me.
Lisa
So
have introduced a Sapira mattress. Everything you loved about the Lisa mattress with premium pocket spring core.
Whoa.
Combines the comfort and universal adaptive feel of a Lisa mattress with premium pocket springs, which delivers enhanced breathability, focused pressure relief, and almost zero motion transfer and unrivaled edge support. I don't know what a lot of that means, but
game changer. That's what that is.
A game changer of a mattress.
If I fell asleep on that, I might never wake up.
And then just
probably
imagine
bad ever. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
The last mattress you ever need.
The best mattress they've ever made. The Sapira mattress is a culmination of 25 years of mattress design. 25 years from one of their co-founders. It believes what we believe to be the most advanced pocket spring system in production with comfort and universal adaptive feel that you've come to expect. A state-of-the-art pocket spring system extends the support provided right to the mattress edge. So it's none of that just support you in the middle. A Sapira mattress gently holds you as you sleep. Oh, that sounds nice, doesn't it? Cushioning your body and reacting to your movements throughout the night.
I'm going to order one.
Keep it straight.
I might put on £2 a night.
Yeah. So go to Lisa, leesa.co.uk /giraffe. Get £120 off. Get free delivery. Get the mattress for 100 nights. If you are not entirely satisfied with your mattress, you can send it back.
Santa, you know what I want.
Yeah, and for every
The
mattress they sell, they plant a tree.
Superior.
Sapira, S-A-P-I-R-A, but you don't need to know what it's called. It's just go to lisa.co.uk and you can get one, and then you can be stacked like I will be by the end of March. Anyway, in other stuff, we had I didn't even ask for a list of questions. We had a listener question.
Tell me.
What's your favourite Christmas song? That's where we're approaching Christmas.
I like the now,
yeah,
because of the controversy.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Baby It's Cold Outside.
Oh,
What's in this drink?
Oh,
Baby It's Cold Outside.
yeah.
Put this in your mouth. Baby It's Cold Outside. You're still a virgin in your ass.
We're back to normal.
Yeah, so I like that one because of the anti-lefty-ness of it.
Right, yeah.
Gizmo!
Hello.
There she is, she's back. Right, so you like Baby It's Cold Outside, that's your favourite.
What's your favourite Christmas song, Gizmo?
Shaking Stevens.
What's that one? Sing it.
Oh, I can't sing it. That one.
This one. Someone's falling.
Good timing, Darren. That's a good one.
It is a good one, and it's on my current playlist because it was my mum's favourite Christmas song. So I have that on there.
Really controversial.
Yeah.
You know the charity one, the Do They Know It's Christmas Time?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Don't you? I quite like that.
And the one that everyone hates because it's not got any Christmasiness in it. It's the E17 one. Stay Another Day.
Yeah.
I quite like that.
You know what? I like that. Do you know why I like it? I've mentioned this on the podcast before.
Because the guy ran himself over.
No.
Do you know that he ran himself over?
I do, yeah. Ran himself over, which is impressive. The reason I like it is I had £10 on at 33 to 1 on it being Christmas number 1 that year. So I got 330 quid and was banned from a bookies physically after taking the money.
Nice.
Yeah, so no, you never used to get physically banned from going in the bookies, but they banned me. Do you want to know the best Christmas song ever?
Tell me.
See if you know it.
South Park. I don't know. It's your sexy Christmas song.
Oh, Christmas, the blues. Don't know it?
No.
Awesome song. John Bon Jovi.
I'm not a big Bon
You
Jovi
like
fan.
it?
His
You're
hair
not?
annoys me.
He's got better hair now.
Does he?
Yeah. This is a great one.
What song starts your motor, Darren?
Please Come Home for Christmas by John Bon Jovi. I
Yeah.
can say that.
You don't have a song you like to have sex to?
Nah.
What?
Too old for that
I
now.
have a playlist. It depends on my mood.
How about your walkout song? Because your walkout song is still on my Kettlebell Extreme playlist.
Good song.
Yeah. What is it called?
Propane Nightmares. It's not so
That's
much
it.
the beat drop bit. I like
Yeah.
the Mexican horns at the start.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Yeah.
No, sex song.
Yeah.
Smack my bitch up.
Anything else?
Mr. Brightside. Do that. What? Don't know. What else? Do you have a sex playlist?
No.
I remember.
I
think I had a-
Don't you have a sex playlist?
I think I had a girlfriend take the piss at me when I was younger because I put on Will Smith, but getting jiggy with it.
Oh yeah.
It's a bit in the face, if you know what I mean. Without fun. But listeners, write in the comments, let us tweet and stuff.
Yeah.
Your favourite sex song. I'm interested.
Two of my best friends, so I was usher at their wedding about 12 years ago. Interestingly, they got married on Independence Day, so he now calls it Lack of Independence Day. But I was usher at their wedding. The first time they ever had sex was to Oops, There It Is. So, which is quite a good one. So
I'm looking up best sex songs now.
right. Here we go.
Ride, So
Oh, here we
Low.
go.
There's a song from 50 Shades of Grey that I'm heard of.
Slow motion.
I don't know any of these songs.
No, they're all. These are all like R&B type songs, aren't they?
Yeah, you don't want that. That's too boring.
You've only.
Sensual rock songs.
There you go. Poison by
that's
Alice
good.
Cooper.
For AC/DC.
Poison. Who would do Poison?
I can't
Don't
believe
work
this is
for
things on Time Out magazine. It's the best songs for having sex to.
How strange.
Right, let's have a look. Wicked Game. Oh, that's good.
Oh, that is an awesome song.
That's number one.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Mm.
Oh, great song. Wicked Game. You play
No Diggity. Yes.
Ah.
No Diggity.
That's on my playlist currently.
Yeah, I
No
like it.
I've put some throwback ones on. Need You Tonight in Excess. That's a good song.
I can't remember that song.
Don't you? Because I'm not sleeping.
I'm on fire. Bruce Springsteen.
Oh,
Lay, lady, lay.
I'm on fire. Can't stand Bob Dylan.
No?
Fade Into You.
I don't know. You're more musical than me. I don't know any of these songs. Sexy MF by Prince.
Yeah, you see. Yeah.
That's Beyonce.
All right, yeah.
Anything by Beyonce. Anything by
No, no.
Shakira would work.
Yeah.
It's a nice mental image.
Yeah. Closer by 9 Inch Nails. It's the 9-inch bit that puts you off, isn't it?
Well, you got 2 4.5
Love
inch
to Love
nails.
You, Baby by Donna Summer. The Sweetest Taboo by Sade. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that's not a bad call.
Ah.
Climax. though.
You got to be careful not to play that one too early.
Yeah.
I want to make. Oh yeah, yeah. Ball. Don't know that one.
Ball and Biscuit.
Don't
No.
know.
Lollipop by Little Wayne.
Don't know that.
Rock
That'll
Off.
do.
Some of these are quite obvious.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I feel you.
Uh,
Yeah, I think the number
Oh,
one. I think that's the one.
mm,
I like
yeah.
it.
Yeah, that and No Diggity. I think No Diggity is quite good. Yeah.
I haven't heard of Untitled. How does it feel?
Yeah, I know that. D'Angelo.
Sing it. Come on.
No.
What? Might get boned.
So, we heard earlier from Momador. I don't think anyone on here has really supported Momadors or not. No. Oh, well,
No, I-
actually, your wife has, and our boy Gary Knox has bought from Momador's Kitchen. So it's going to be the new year soon. Forget all this Christmas bullshit.
The
even
best
though it hasn't happened
ragatoni
yet.
you will ever have.
Forget all this Christmas bullshit that hasn't even happened yet. In the new year, everyone is going to want to get lean, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Buy,
Apart from us.
apart from us who are going to be bulking, bro, buy some spices for your favourite curries that contain no sugar or gluten or shit. I think that's their actual tagline. No sugar, gluten or shit
No
in
sugar.
these spices. Go to Momador's Kitchen.
Keep talking.
Okay. Oh.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
Yeah,
Background
okay.
sound.
So go to Momador's Kitchen.
Do it in a sensual.
Well, yeah.
Can you do it in a sensual voice, please?
Go to Momador's Kitchen.co.uk or Momador's Chinner, I think it is, on Instagram. Or just search Momador's. If you can't find Momador's, somebody like you.
That was the worst sentence.
I
I've
never
heard.
dreamed I needed somebody.
Let me try. I can do that.
Go on then.
Momador's Kitchen. Kneading the ingredients together by hand. Feeling the ingredients right. You can make your own bhajis.
Fall in love
Place them into the oven.
with you.
Feel them come out hot,
I was a
crispy,
bit early on that.
juicy. Put them in your mouth and feel the flavour explode right in your eye.
Wicked
No way.
game you play. Can you sing for us? Do a bit of singing. Don't you know this song?
I don't know the main chorus.
What bit are we on? I can't hear it properly.
She's quite hot in the video, though.
Cool.
Not him.
He's quite a good looking man, though.
Yeah.
Chris Isaac. Game you do to make me feel
He's
this
lovely.
way. Come on, join in with me. What a wicked
Distracted.
thing you do
This sandy girl.
to make me dream of you and I.
I could disappoint my wife to that.
Fall in love. He's a bit Elvis, wasn't he? Chris Isaac.
Yeah,
Elvis,
Alba's quite sexy as well.
Yeah.
Could you get Alba someone you could have sex to?
Give me fever.
Ain't nothing but a hound.
Anyway, go to Mama Door's Kitchen. Find Mama Door's Kitchen. Buy some spices. Please support it. It's my good lady wife.
Video yourself cooking it, listening to Chris Isaac's Wiki Games.
Yes, that'd be good. Yeah, yeah.
We'd appreciate that.
Yes, absolutely. So I've got to wrap in about 15 minutes. We've got a big UFC coming up. I'm not here. I'm going to miss it. I'm going to need to.
It's staying on BT Sport. Yeah,
it is staying on BT
Very
Sport.
pleased about this.
BT Sport have never been so popular. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's basically give you a really, really shit option, and then.
Do you think the UFC caved? Because supposedly BT Sport didn't want to pay what they were asking.
Yeah.
So they were like, it was all a big like game over money, and BT Sport. It was like chicken.
Yeah.
And BT Sport held out the longest.
Yeah, because
Got the price they
obviously,
wanted, presumably,
and
somewhere in the middle.
well, and also obviously, 11 were fucked because they didn't have a TV channel.
I don't know why.
And the only way they could have got a big TV channel was to go through either Sky or BT. Both who were in the bidding rights with them. So it's almost like a case of, well, we're going to actually give you. In fact, I was having a conversation with. Oh, fuck, I forgot who it was. Was it Craig? Maybe Craig White. So anyway, I was having a conversation with someone the other day about the Diaz brothers. And oh no, it's Elias. I was talking to Elias Theodoro on Twitter the other day about Diaz. Do you know Nick Diaz hasn't fought for 7 years apparently?
It was Anderson Silva's last one, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it wasn't 7 years. No, he hasn't won for 7 years.
Yeah, because he lost that, but it was like,
Yeah.
he really loses.
But regardless, he
This
hasn't.
is the thing. Everyone's like, when these fighters don't fight, everyone assumes they're as good as they used to be.
Exactly.
But the sport moves on. And you
Yeah.
think of like Johnny Hendricks was the same generation, right?
Yeah.
Carlos Condit.
Yeah.
Condit beat him, right? Didn't he?
Yes.
Well, it was very close
I think
fight,
so.
certainly. I think Condit beat him.
Yeah.
And Condit's like now like massive. He's still a great fighter, but like
Yeah.
he's nowhere near the top 10 anymore, right?
No.
So everyone assumes that Nick Diaz is going to be where he was before. No, I mean, he's a beast and supposedly trains all the time, so there's a good chance. But
I was having a conversation with Elias. He was saying basically release them, let them go to Bellator, and Coca will look after them. So well, you're not going to release. However much I actually actively dislike them, they piss me off no end because they just don't.
you can't
fight,
help
and,
the competition.
No, exactly. You're not going
Yeah.
to give popular fighters to the competition. Exactly the same as what we were just saying. I can't remember what we were just saying. Now it's gone. We were saying about that. You're not going to give. Oh, BT Sport.
Yeah.
So BT Sport and Sky are not going to give a rival a channel, are they?
No.
You know. So in exactly the same kind of thing. But
No, you can manipulate it so that channel can't afford to take your contract. Then you go to
Yeah.
UFC with a shit deal, but they've got no other option.
Hmm.
I mean, I think for the UFC, it's still good because it's a lot of exposure.
I think two things. I think it's good for the viewer. Number one, because I genuinely was not getting excited for any UFC fight that was announced in January onwards because I was thinking it's going to be a pain in the ass to watch it. It's just not going to be like it is.
Well, it's
And-
annoying with Bellator and ONE FC. And stuff.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, that fight's good. It's
Yeah.
so hard to watch it.
Yep, don't take any notice of it because of that.
Yeah.
But I was actually seeing the fights announced for like January, February, whatever, and thinking, awesome.
Yeah.
I'll probably watch it streaming or something, but it's just not the same.
I don't like it. Like, it's easy to illegally stream fights and stuff, but I don't like doing it because I like to support the brand of the fighters and everything else that goes with it. Like,
Yeah, I think there is an issue that's going to come with BT Sport potentially, and it will probably be. It's almost played into their hands here, how they've become super popular, is that they do already have a box office set up, and they obviously charge for the Fury fight. So I think possibly not this year, but I think it's only a matter of time that pay-per-views come in.
but then the pay-per-view model, like a boxing fight, the pay-per-view for a boxing fight in the UK is like 20 quid on
Yeah,
average.
yeah,
Whereas America, $70,
$60,
right?
yeah.
And like the Floyd fight was like $100. But
yeah.
like, we don't, as an audience, we're not willing to pay those numbers.
And it's not prime time for us, is it?
Yeah, and it's sure
You
shit.
know,
Who's going to get a 5 a.m. and pay $100? Like,
My prediction is that it might happen this year if Conor fights, as in next year, if Conor fights. I think they will do their first pay-per-view
and me and you will pay.
when Conor fights. Yeah, to be honest with you, I think that it does cut both ways, because everyone always moans about the fighters aren't being paid enough money. You know, people love jumping on that bandwagon. They're having part-time jobs and they're doing this. That. So we're getting Darren Stewart on in New Year. I said to him, "Can you do a Thursday?" He said, "No, I'll work." So he's had 6 fights in the UFC, and he works on a Thursday. So
it's like, coach a class or whatever. Like, okay,
yeah,
have a real job.
Yeah, he works. So. But people are moaning about they don't get paid enough money. But as consumers, we're not willing to pay more money. So it's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, I always feel like maybe the move for the UFC is to even pay them less. Not that I'm saying that's the right thing to do, because apparently, as a sport, the percentage that goes to athletes is way less than the NFL, whatever else. But they're businessmen, and it's like they've set up this business successfully that they can do that. And that's their job. And it is on the fighters to make a union stuff, but then the top guys don't want to do it because they're well paid.
Yeah.
But I think the UFC, they would almost do better to pay everyone that's under contract a monthly salary on top of their fight money.
Yeah, it'd be a good idea, actually, yeah.
If you're chucking all the undercard, when you reach a certain level, maybe you stop it or whatever.
Yeah.
But all the undercard guys, all the basic contract guys.
Yeah, which is 10 and 10, 12 and 12, something
they're getting $1,000
a month. Yeah.
And you're like a retainer. And you can put limitations with that. That's only if you fight twice a year. It's only if you do blah, 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 blah. But,
I think because the biggest issue is if you get injured, like our boy Jared Gordon, that was desperate. He's got injured during a fight.
Fighters have taken fights completely fucked.
Yeah.
Anderson Silva versus Chael, the first one, broken rib.
Yeah.
Forrest versus Anderson, got KO'd in sparring 3 weeks earlier. But people were like, that's the whole livelihood. If someone said, if you had to wait a year for your pay from all your classes, and then you were sick a week out, and it goes, unless you're not sick next week, you don't get your pay.
That's complicated.
It's madness.
Yeah, it is. I think it's a good idea, actually. What I reckon they should do is say that for everyone who's on, say, below 15 or whatever it is to fight, because they have the minimum contracts or whatever, you get paid $1,000 a month retainer for the first year, or something like that. I think, that's a good idea. I like it. Talking of UFC, we have a big card which we'll run through in a second. We have a new sponsor.
Yep.
UFC Bet Tips.
They're the ones I always go to, and that's why I turned up in my Rolls Royce today.
There you go. So that's very good. So James Strachan he runs UFC Bet Tips. We've mentioned on the podcast probably 5 or 6 times. So this is a completely genuine advert.
And that Darren wins all the time.
I always genuinely follow UFC. Oh, fuck's sake, Sky! I genuinely follow UFC Bet Tips on Twitter. Someone's had the cheek to walk past the house. Sky! This happens every time someone walks past a window. You're not allowed to walk past our house if you live locally. I genuinely follow back every single thing that they do. Very high strike rate and return of investment of over 15% on 2 years of betting, which is pretty impressive. You're not getting that in the bank. Over 15%. And one thing I like about them is they don't do the obvious. So the last bet that I remember that was kind of an outsider was for Claudia Gadelha to get beat.
Yeah.
She didn't just get beat by I can't remember the winner, matey girl's girlfriend.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Nunez's girlfriend, is it? But anyway. And he actually put, you're going to see a completely different version here, and she just completely outstruck her on the feet, didn't she?
Thing is, if you know the right people, the right coaches, the right Twitter DMs and all that stuff, get a little bit more information, puts you ahead of everyone else.
Absolutely. I have
That's why you do so well, because through his podcast we've got contacts and things.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have a friend who is high up in the bookmaking industry who will not sponsor this podcast because they don't want to take UFC bets. Completely genuine. And he said we would sponsor you.
Well, we're too good. Well, we steal the picks from this.
Well, it's not only that. It's the fact that we can't be. Our audience is UFC based mainly, and it's not a demographic that they want because most people.
It's not casual fans, isn't it? There are people that are That's the nice thing about MMA. It's
Yeah.
always it's lost it a little bit with the Conor thing.
Yeah.
But it's like when you meet someone, and it used to be they had a tap out shirt, not anymore.
Mm.
But and then you'd be like, fighting, and then you'd be. It's not the first time I met you. It's like
You said this. I know you've got concussion. But
I know, but like, but that's the problem with betting and these companies not wanting to take bets because the fans are very well informed.
Absolutely, yeah. And I have at least 6 accounts that I can't get on with. So I'll call out Bet365. Bet365 will not let me get a pound on.
Because you're too good.
Yeah, they just won't.
you take them all
cannot get.
tips.
Yeah, I cannot get more than a pound on. So that's potentially your issue. I know I'm underdoing them here, but UFC Bet Picks at Twitter. So at UFC Bet Picks. If you can't spell that, fuck off, Sky. If you can't spell that, then you shouldn't really be betting. And the bets this week or next week for UFC 232 from him are. I'm only joking. I'm not going to give you them out. That's just to get him really worried. But genuinely good tips and 15% over time. And I've said on here, it absolutely annoys the fuck out of me when bookies close accounts because you're winning. But there's loads of bookies out there. So I'm signing up with all, if someone closes your account, it's actually a good thing. If they say we're not taking any more bets off you, then it's a good thing. They don't do short price stuff. A load of people do like 5 short price fighters and all that. They don't do any of that kind of gubbins. You can find the tips at BetMMA, BETMMA.tips, TIPS, /UFC BetPicks. And also follow them at UFC BetPicks on Twitter. And as I say, I've been retweeting these guys for a long, long time. I genuinely believe that if you want to bet, even do your own thing, but also follow these guys, and you will make a profit. So, as 15% over the last 2 years has been proved.
I'll give you a tip.
Yeah,
not just the tip.
Before we move on to this card,
yes.
Did you see Jared Gordon's fight?
No.
It's desperate.
No.
Well, he was winning. He won the first 2 rounds, and then pulled his hamstring.
Tough old sport,
and had to fight the 3rd round with a completely fucked hamstring. And I think he thinks he's done his LCL as well. And basically just had to stand still, try and get through the 3rd round. He got knocked out with about 2 minutes to go.
Tough old sport.
So yeah, I messaged him the other day, and he just replied, "I'm devastated." It's so desperate, really. Bit gutted for him, but like you say, tough sport. It happens. This week's. Well, I'll say this week because we're finishing, obviously. So yeah, I'm away on holiday when it's on, so I'm going to have to work it out. What happens?
No commitment.
I know it's not good, is it? So the card, it's decent. I don't think it's personally. I don't think it's the year-ending.
It's a shame.
Brilliant card that everyone
had like
thinks
Ronda and Conor and John. And...
Yeah. There's a couple of big ones.
It's a bit meh.
So I think I know what you're going to say here. I'm going to start on a couple of undercard things, although you don't like it. Nathaniel Wood v. Andre Ewell.
Easy pick, Nathaniel Wood all the way by getting hit in the chin and then coming back and winning anyway.
Yeah.
Or a Darce choke. Darce looks sick.
Yeah. I think he wins it early. I think he wins it inside 2 rounds.
I bet good money that Brad Pickett slaps him in the face before the fight.
Yes. Here's the one that I'm interested in. Now, I don't want you to get all geeky and deep while Giz does stuff in the background and makes noises. Momador's Kitchen in the background. Give another advert.
We did a really good advert.
We did a really good advert. You're going to have to listen.
Was it Italian?
No, it was Momador's Kitchen combined with Chris Isaac.
We had background and music and stuff. It was good.
Yeah. Now, I don't need to get all geeky on this.
Tell me.
BJ Penn v. Ryan Hall.
Oh, Jesus.
I need to limit you to 60 seconds here because this could be.
No, do you know, there's part of me finds this kind of, it's very. Ryan Hall is a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
And a trick that the UFC don't value. Because there's lots of people that think like some of the heavyweights, right? They're one-trick ponies, big right hands, right? Yeah. Like Derek Lewis or something, right? But we value that because people like knockouts because they understand it. So Ryan Hall he's got okay kickboxing and wrestling and everything else, but his one-trick pony, he's the best in the world at something called 50-50 guard.
Yeah.
Right? So his school is called Ryan Hall 50-50 Jiu-Jitsu, right? That's how much he's into it. So every MMA fight he does an Imanari roll, dives at the legs, pulls 50-50. He's in the area of the fight where he's vastly superior to anyone else on the planet and can finish him.
Yep.
He won tough doing that. So it's pretty impressive. But he's been benched a long time because he's not that exciting. And BJ Penn is 1,000 and looks weird, and I don't understand why he's still fighting. And I would definitely enjoy watching this fight because because BJ Penn was famous for getting his black belt 3 years.
Yeah,
madness.
Yeah,
it's impossible now.
Yeah,
like set rules. He's the first American to win the worlds as a black belt jiu-jitsu. Absolute savage, and also amazing boxing, right?
Yeah.
But the sport has passed him by. He's getting old. I don't know why he's still fighting. Maybe he's run out of money. Who knows? Ryan Hall is boring.
Yeah.
Unless you're a nerd. Like, I will be on the edge of my seat loving it if he starts trying to pull.
Who's going to win?
And stuff. I'm going to say Ryan Hall.
By sub.
Heel.
Yeah. So BJ Penn's not that good that he's not susceptible to it.
It's just very niche. It's like, if me and Stu have a boxing fight, he wins every time.
Yeah.
So let's say but we have an MMA fight, but he tricks me into just boxing with him, or traps me in a situation where I can only box with him, right? Or we got a Muay Thai fight, a guy that's amazing in the clinch.
Yeah.
If he gets to the clinch, he's better than me. But I'm better than him at everything else. But if he gets clinch, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Right? Then it's, I think Ryan Hall's probably, if they had a general assessment of their jiu-jitsu skills, it's probably very even.
Right.
But that one little bit, he's vastly better.
But
then BJ Penn will have been drilling.
That's what I was going to say. So given BJ Penn got a black belt in 3 years, he's obviously natural sponge and all these gubbins that would be thrown around.
It's so hard. It's like, how much is he training? How much is he training? Who's he training with?
Yeah, but can he put that skills that got him to get a black belt in 3 years towards just defending what Ryan Hall does?
He's never been submitted his whole career.
Has he not?
I'm picking submission against what many see as one of the greatest American jiu-jitsu fighters.
Never been subbed at all?
No.
Wow.
I don't think.
Wow, that's interesting. I guess it wouldn't be really, but
hardly
why would he? Well, of late it's been a bit of a shocker, isn't it? But
yeah, I think the game has improved a lot, and Ryan Hall's one of those guys on the cutting edge, and I think Ryan Hall's going to get to 50-50 and he'll hook him. That's my guess. So you can get I think BJ Penn won't tap, and something will break.
Right, wow. So you can get 4-1 BJ Penn with Coral. Big price. There's no.
We're talking former champion versus number 100 in the world. So BJ Penn is not a terrible choice. And listeners, if Ryan Hall tries to grab BJ's legs and he just wanders off and laughs at him, I'm not surprised.
Right.
But if I had to put my tenner on it, I would put, to win money, I put Ryan Hall. If I could specifically do leg lock, I would.
Right. Oh, interesting. Right. And strangely enough, it's one of the fights I'm really interested in. So as I say, I'm going to have to find out.
It's weird. It's a Bellator fight, really. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Right. 3 top fights on the card. I think I know where you're going because you've already mentioned this. Carlos Condit v Michael Chiesa.
Ooh.
Chiesa's moving up in weight, isn't he? Up to 170.
I'm going to go Condit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Even though I slag him off with him.
Wow. I think Chiesa wins it. And I think not only does Chiesa win it, I think Chiesa wins it and gets a title fight at 170 within 18 months.
I think Condit was out, injuries. He's looked very good, but had mixed results. But that wasn't necessarily because he looked bad.
Yeah.
And he's going to put it all together and be the old Carlos Condit.
I'd love to see it. One of my favourite fighters.
He just got wrestled.
I just remember
in his last fight, didn't he?
Last couple of fights were just not. He just looked a little bit. Didn't want to pull the trigger as much.
Yeah.
Always
and he had a real job.
Yeah.
So it's like, is he in it now just collecting checks?
I personally, I want Condit to win it, but I think Chiesa at 170 will be the real deal. Chris Cyborg v Amanda Nunes.
Go controversial here.
Yeah.
Underdog bet.
Yeah.
Nunes.
Wow. What, by knockout?
That's the thing. Like Cyborg's conditioning is so good, so it's so
Mm.
hard to ever say decision.
Yeah.
And then I also think Nunes probably can't put her away, so I don't know why I'm picking Nunes. But all right, let's take it back. Everyone said the fight of the century was Ronda versus Cyborg, right? And that Ronda was just blast through everyone, and then Cyborg was going to come in, and it was going to be this crazy fight. Right? And then no one knew who was going to win that, right? This is now everyone's wrote Ronda off because she lost a couple, right?
Yeah.
But Nunes came in and destroyed her.
Yeah.
And this is the #1 women's fighter in history, right? Cyborg might take that spot one day, but
yeah.
So to write off Nunes, and then all this, she's ducking her and so on. Maybe she's just wanted to take time to get a bit heavier and train and and so Cyborg in theory been off the juice for a while.
Nunes is an inch taller, interestingly. I didn't think that. I had Nunes down as a bit stockier and
the worst lesbian porno in history, isn't it?
I was hoping you'd say something funny for this one.
Jesus. Yeah, I won't be jerking off to that fight. But yeah, I know what you mean. I'd rather look at Condit. I'd rather look at the Black Beast. I got him.
And then the big one. Johnny Bones Jones v Alexander Gustafsson.
You know, I'm going underdogs the whole card.
Right.
Jones looked terrible against OSP.
Yep.
After his long layoff last time where he wasn't juicing.
Yes.
And he said he's still partying and being rebellious.
Yep.
Gustafsson's a complete unknown because he also hasn't fought for 1,000 years. But he looks really good in his last few.
Is it right that Gustafsson has fought less recently than John Jones? Someone said.
He's had injuries, right?
Yeah.
But I'm picking Gustafsson by boxing.
Yeah.
I think he lands something big in the first round and Jones doesn't recover.
Have they got the same reach? Am I right? In that Gustafsson's the only person who's ever matched
and
John Jones's reach.
John struggled and he's like, but I only did 2 weeks camp and all the classic John Jones stuff. But when we've seen him off a full camp without the supplements, he looked worse than the wild John Jones. So and he's definitely, I see on Instagram and stuff, he's definitely been training. So just the hell of it, I think here's your mad bet, right? You pile them up. What do you call it?
Parlay, they call it in America. We call it accumulator.
Accumulator bet.
Yeah.
Ryan Hall, Nunes, Gustafsson. Good Christmas.
And Condit. Chuck Condit in and
Chuck Condit in your Lotus.
Chuck Condit in and you're paying for next year's Christmas as
you're
well.
basically giving your money away.
Exactly.
But
that's it.
On the off chance it comes off, I take all the credit.
5-2 you can get for Gustafsson currently, again with Corals. Method of victory. Let's see if they've got that.
John Jones overdose.
Interestingly, John Jones by KO is 5-2.
He's not finishing normally, is he?
No, I guess not. John Jones by decision is 5-2.
And that's part of the reason I think Gustafsson's got a good shot because he's not a finisher. Gustafsson, great chin.
Big dog. This is it.
What?
You called it. Gustafsson by KO. Have a guess what price?
Tell me.
10-1 with Sky Bet.
Not bad.
10-1.
Yeah.
I must admit, I think if he wins it,
I
think he's got as much chance as winning it by. He ain't going to win it by sub, is he? You can't imagine.
No, I don't think he's ever had a submission win, has he?
Gustafsson by decision is 5-1, which again is,
It's not Gustafsson knocked out Manoa. He's like he does the knockouts.
I reckon if you're going to back Gustafsson to win, rather than taking the 5-2 him to win, you're much better off backing him 5-1 to win by decision, and also 10-1 to win by KO because you're getting kind of 3.5-1 there. If that makes sense to listeners, it does to me.
The referee stoppage, that's KO, right? Like ground and pound.
Yeah, by KO, TKO, or disqualification it is. So yeah. That is interesting. 10-1.
Interesting. I've been a bit out there with my bet picks.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily saying take my picks, but
you're no UFC bet picks, are you?
No,
you don't study for hours like them guys.
And I like to have a bit of a giggle with it. And it's so boring picking the favourites as well. I want to make it fun to watch. I don't watch it going, how's John Jones going to win? It's much more exciting if you think, Gustafsson's got a shot.
I don't normally get
honey dicking all like that.
Yeah, I don't really get into arguments on Twitter with people, but I put up early this year that I can't his name now. He was on the podcast. Oh, fuck's sake! Oh, lightweight fighter, not lightweight, but a lighter weight fighter. Fuck's sake! It's gone from my brain now. Who it was? Anyway, to win the title at the end of the year. Oh, Jimmy Rivera, right? So I backed Jimmy Rivera to win the title at the end of the year at about 7 or 10 to 1 or whatever. People were like, he's got no chance. He's got, whatever. So, well, he's a 7 to 1 chance. I can say, at the end of the year, I think John Jones will be champion. What does that give you? Yeah, it's bollocks, isn't it? You've got to take, and to be fair, if Rivera hadn't got knocked out by Moraes, was it Moraes who knocked him out? Yeah. If he hadn't got knocked out,
he'd been there or thereabouts.
He would have been the standby. Or, it'd have been there or thereabouts for a title shot, which at 7 to 1.
See, I do my picks from this podcast. The occasional times I bet, it's for the fun of it, and that's why I only bet like a 5 or whatever. Yeah. So it's just, and betting a 5 at 10 to 1, you're like, hey, you win something. Betting a 5 or I've got 7
2 to 5 or whatever. Exactly. Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, totally agree. Talking of, it's been the last thing I'm betting. Talking of betting, this is my.
Did you bet my pick, Gustafsson?
I will be. So while you're on Sky Bet and you do that, I really strongly think this is an incredible bet. Israel, I've already backed it at 8 to 1, so I don't need to back it again.
To beat Anderson?
No, Israel Adesanya to be UFC middleweight champion by January the 1st, 2020. You've got a year for it to happen.
11 on the slide.
11 to 4.
Brock Holloway's broken.
Yep.
Who's the wrestler dude?
He's beaten Brunson.
He's beaten Brunson.
Yeah.
Who's the wrestler dude?
Oh, Gastelum. Yoel Romero.
Yoel Romero's 1,000.
He's going to go up and wait anyway, Romero.
Gastelum's too small.
Well, basically, Gastelum and Whittaker are fighting for it, aren't they?
Yeah.
In February.
Whittaker's had injuries.
Adesanya fights Anderson, and Adesanya will be 5 to 1 on to beat Anderson. Assuming he beats him, he has to have a title fight next, surely. I can't see any reason he doesn't.
The thing is, Whittaker's beat all wrestlers.
Yeah.
That's the thing he's good at.
And you don't know how good Adesanya is.
Stylebender's coming.
11 to 4. I've backed it at 8 to 1, so I don't need to reback him. I've backed him 3 times at 8 to 1 with Sky Bet. So if you're on Sky Bet to back Chris's, it'd be interesting to see if the price goes down for on-site at Sky Bet for you to back them by KO. How much power do we have? But this is the bet of the year for me. Adesanya to be UFC middleweight champion. It's in the request a bet part of UFC bets on Sky. It's 11 to 4. Interestingly, I guess I'm just really shooting out a big price here. Israel Adesanya to be UFC middleweight champion and Curtis Blades to be UFC heavyweight champion. I know Curtis got beat by matey boy, Gnu, but heavyweight moves quick.
And a couple of fights, 33 to 1 for those both to happen. I think it is. That's nowhere near the value as the Adesanya bet, but to me that is the outstanding bet of the year. This could be interesting. Ben Askren to become a UFC champion, so at any weight by the end of the year. 3 to 1. 2 fights, 3 fights.
3 to 1. There's an argument he gets a shot after his next fight.
I see it.
He's fast tracking himself on Twitter, if nothing else. He's suddenly come from nowhere.
Depends so much on performance, doesn't it? If he just comes in and smashes. If he's fighting Lawler still.
Yes.
See, that's not an easy fight.
No.
It's not an easy fight.
No.
Former champion, tough as hell, good wrestler.
But if he beats Lawler, he might have one more fight, which I would imagine would be an International Fight Week, and then a title shot at the end of the year. I think that the Adesanya bet at 11 to 4.
But it's hard to know the title fight because Khabib is so random.
Yes. Yeah, and it's completely open at the top. But what's interesting in the Askren one, so for a start, I'll say, if anyone doesn't understand the odds, Israel Adesanya is 2.2 3/4 to 1, 2.75 to 1 to become middleweight champion. Ben Askren's 3 to 1, so very, very, very similar in price. What's really interesting on the Askren thing is it says to become a UFC champion. Now, by the end of this year, there's every chance UFC might have a 165, 175.
True.
So he's got 2 shots there.
And
So he's
even
got
if
two-
he
he's
just
got-
stays where he is, a lot of those top fighters will move.
Exactly. So he's got potentially. I would be surprised if by the end of the year they haven't got that.
Good betting skills, Darren. I like that.
Yeah, you just got to look outside the box, and this is
Yeah.
why we mentioned earlier. This is why bookies don't like people betting on stuff like this. As I say, I've got Adesanya at 8-1. I'd also backed Matey Boy, who got beat, didn't I? Brian Ortega
Yeah, we got
to be
close.
champion. Well, and also I backed Max on the day, so I covered myself. So anyway, that's that.
Boom.
I've got to go because
wrap
I need
up?
a wee and because things happen. I haven't eaten yet, and yeah, we need to wrap up.
Boom.
Sponsored by
Sponsored by Mummador's Kitchen, Lisa Mattresses, and Mr.
UFC Bet Picks. Follow UFC Bet Picks on Twitter and go to the URL we gave out.
Boom. We're out. See you
Happy
next
New
year.
Year.